France and Spain prepare to clash at sea as they battle for domination over the Mediterranean in today's NTW3 naval battle. No land forces involved today. The only land forces, I guess, are the Marines that will be manning the decks of these ships, blasting at their opponents. But yes, we have a glorious 4v4 naval battle for you today, and yeah, I'm really excited to see how this one goes down. There has been a bit of a naval update, which has added a few factions to have some naval capabilities as well. And I think Spain and France, I think Britain possibly will have had a bit of an update as well. I think these guys already had naval factions into NTW3. But yes, it's good to be back with some naval battles. We've done a few in the past. We've done like Trafalgar, and we've done the Battle of Copenhagen, I think. But yeah, it's good to see a custom game as such. I guess I don't know if the French and the Spanish really clashed at sea, really, to be honest, because for a long time they had when their navies were allied, they were fighting the Brits, and the Spanish navy was pretty mauled at a battle called Trafalgar. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes on. Looks like the Spanish have some absolute massive ships, by the way. 140 gun ship there. I mean, the French have some 123s. And that one's 74. I don't know if they have anything near that size. The Spanish, I think, do hold sort of like the are like top dogs, so sort of like the largest sort of like ship when it comes to gun capability, and probably crew as well. That's 122. Yeah, they got some big ships. They come in straight down the middle here of the French sort of formation. The French are sort of peeling off to the left to show their right side and blast that. I don't know whether that's starboard or whether that's port. I can't remember my ports and my starboards. But yes, it looks very awesome. I do kind of like how because they are going quite quick. It's like there's like spray coming up. I don't think they're going that quick that spray from the ship. I don't know. Maybe there would be. But it looks like the Redoubtable here is going to try and block Nuestra Senora Santa Mita Trinidad, which is Santa Mita Trinidad was like the big ship, one of the big famous ships at Trafalgar. It was like the flagship, I think, of Spain. They have like the flag for that ship, I'm pretty sure, in like the Royal Naval sort of like museum or something somewhere in like Greenwich, and it is absolutely massive, insane. At the size of these flags, you don't realize like you got to see that flag from like miles away, so it's got to be huge. And we got the Principe Asturias and the Santa Ana as well, like the three big ones going through. Smoke is going, and this is not good. This is the first casualty of today's game. It's going to be the Argonauta. Okay, it has been getting blasted by multiple sort of units here, so multiple ships. Hermione, the Glory, and this. I'm probably butchering these names, but yeah, it's having to fix itself up, and while it's fixing itself up, it's still dueling and also being shot at as well. You see the French trying to get really around the backs here of the Spanish, trying to encircle them almost. We've got some fairly big ships here, so the Charles Durand and the General, which will got like 70 or 80 guns on them. Yeah, the Guillaume and Dessous, named after, I guess, the famous general. But yeah, you can see on the map like what the French plan to do. The French in the red, the Spanish in the blue, and yeah, they're kind of like trying to get around the back of the Spanish fleet here. It's a nice little move, and the Spanish are now getting really in amongst some of these French ships here. The Redoubtable here is in a lot of danger, as is the Neptune. I think I've been told that the French ships have some pretty insane morale, so it'll be interesting to see how they do. I mean, against these huge ships that the Spanish can, throw at them. We both have some pretty good naval prowess. Looks like, I mean, yeah, look at that. Yeah, French actually running away, doing very French-like things, getting out of here. I was going to say, it also seems like they've got quite pretty much just a stationary battle line here as these guys are set up. A good formation as well, like sort of like gap left for the second line to fire as well. And they're just kind of just standing there, and the Spanish are taking advantage of that a little bit, and then they're going to be able to just pierce this line. And as soon once they get around this firing line, a lot of these ships aren't going to be out of action. They're going to have to start to move themselves. if they want to, I guess, stay in the fight much longer. Some tiny ships as well. We've got some frigates for the French. Yeah, they're not going to do so great, I would have thought. But yeah, there you go. French now being forced to, you know, just fix it here on Redoubtable. Gives it a chance to sort of just blast. Really, they should just turn and just stop. Like Santa Ana should just turn now, blast the back of it without keep blasting itself. Yeah, look at that. I mean, there you go. San Isidoro. That's just blasting to the side of the Redoubtable. I mean, yeah, the Trinidad has lost nearly 40 guns. Still got 100 still to burn through. Insane shit. Now I'm gonna ram. It's like we're in, I don't know, like ancient warfare now. We're just gonna ram into the ship. That won't do anything. Whether they can then pause from that, I don't think so. I would imagine that might just damage both ships. I mean, it's certainly getting some severe damage done to it now as the Courier here just blasts like into the front of the Trinidad. That is, yeah, some pretty nasty stuff. And there you go, the first wavering ship, I think that is. It's the Neptune. And it is, to be fair, pretty surrounded. And has lost, yeah, 20 guns nearly. A substantial amount of crew. You need a first wavering ship. And it's actually the French with that so-called insane morale. I've been told that they have insane morale. I'll find out for myself, I guess. And there you go, General dead. Someone's already lost their general. I think it must be off this one here, the Pierre Charles. Yeah, Villeneuve. Yeah, that's actually that's the guy that was commanding, like the French Navy at Trafalgar, and he's been killed. So there you go. Already, Victor Roth there losing his general. Not so good. And yeah, the French seem like they are starting to having to do some repairs here. So yeah, so there are actual unique admirals. That's very, very cool. So yeah, we've got Charles Villeneuve. I did see another one over here somewhere. Not that one. I think one called Franklin, really. After those damn Americans, I imagine. Yeah, Charles Durand here. That's another unique one. Like a unique admiral. I don't know if I've seen any Spanish ones. That's cool. I do like that. So you could have Horatio Nelson at Trafalgar. That would be fun to see. Yeah, you can see there you go. The French losing a couple of ships early on here. I mean, they have just kind of rammed into the Guerriere here. The Trinidad is, I think, trying to turn. But they've kind of caused a bit of a ship jam. Not a car jam, just a ship jam. And while that's going on, I have got to sort of sun off here. I mean, they're blasting into the back of this French ship here, the Bucentier. But they're getting also shot in the, I was going to say they're getting shot like front on from the Skypian. So having a really rough time with these Spanish ships. They've got to turn really. The Neptuno now should turn. The Spanish are also flanking with the San Francisco, the Sobrano, and another San Isidro. I guess there's only so many ships that you can pick from before you start having the same name. And let me guess. Oh no, this is a Purisme Concepcion. I think this one might have been at Trafalgar as well. It's another big ship, another 122 gun. It's down to 111 at this point. I mean that yeah. I mean some of these look huge. That is a pretty big ship. This might be another Trinidad. Yeah, we have another Trinidad here. It's just massive. You can just look at the side. If we just zoom out, you can see it dwarfs a lot of the ships. I mean that one there is the 74 like gun. That's a pretty big ship. It's absolutely dwarfed. You don't build many of those 140 gun ships in your navy because they cost an absolute low build. Bahama back here. Yeah, look at these guys. They're just running from the French. The French are in behind, and that's actually causing a San Francisco that is going to waver. That might sink. I don't know. They can sink enemy ships. I mean, it's just going to get blasted now by the French as they keep like traveling around. I mean, the French plan's sort of working. They're getting in behind the Spanish. This one also looks like it might be about to wave. Here's San Napoleon. That's probably butchering that name as well. But yeah, they're sort of getting behind, but the Spanish are sort of doing the same to them as well. Not as effectively, I'd say, though. But the Spanish arguably have routed more French ships. So maybe it is working quite well. Yeah, I think these are all surrendered. Yeah, they're not wavering. They're surrendered. They're out of the game. And yeah, the Spanish have found a way through this French line here. And look at that. Yeah, these guys are getting absolutely blasted. To be honest. Yeah, I mean it's looking a little janky here. Oh, mast starting to fall here for the Minorca. A mast fell. Whether they got chain shot on, they might do. That's the sort of shot you'd use to take out someone's sails. And there you go, the North is getting out of there. I think it has lost its front sails. Its front mast, sorry. But yeah, if you'd like to see more sort of NTW3 naval battles, they are long, but they are quite fun to watch. It's something different. And do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment showing support. It really does help out the channel. And if you just want to see more NTW3 content generally, then yeah, do not forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new around here. And if you've got any glorious replays, feel free to send them in to my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, if you guys can send in just about anything, I'll give it a look. It looks half decent, and it's a close run thing. That's always a must-have. But here we go, the San Ildefonso here. That's wavering. I don't think it's gone yet. It's not surrendered. It is wavering though. It's trying to get out of there. The French is really trying not concentrate on killing it, but you know, maybe these two ships here should probably target fire onto it, so they can, you know, get a few routing ships. The Spanish are getting a few now. The Perla Yerra is routing, and the San Francisco and the San Juan. They haven't surrendered though, at least maybe we can't tell if they've surrendered. I don't know, maybe fog of war. This is from the French perspective. See the shots lining up, someone's doing some attack orders. It'd be cool to do like a British and French one, maybe like off the coast of like Egypt, do like the Battle of the Nile, or the Battle of Abu Qir. We've got some pretty famous battles over there. Oh, there's a lot of smoke now coming over from over here. I think one of the French ships has caught fire, the Neptune. And there you go, another French ship over there, the Intrepide gone. And that's a huge explosion there for the Neptune. Clearly the fire got to the magazine and it is blown up. And there you go, the Neptune is going to sink into the bottom of the sea and it's going to join sea god Neptune himself. So aptly named after. I feel like that would probably put at risk the Redoubtable as well. I would have thought, like, I mean, the amount of fire that blasted off that, I don't, like, you would have thought, like, some of that flame would have gone to this ship and caught this ship alight, to be honest. I don't think Total War, like, Napoleon Total War was able to do that. 10-year-old game. It's older than that now, to be honest. But yeah, 10 plus years this game is, and I don't think they have the ability to sort of, like, have flames going from one ship to the next. Yeah, this small, like, French enclave that was over here is just getting slowly taken out. I mean, they're just outgunned. They're doing well to hold on this well. I don't think any other nation would necessarily. Maybe the Brits. The Brits would probably end up winning this clash somehow. Like, you know, a 3-on-1. They take those odds. Probably would win in history. There's probably some records of that. I mean, looks like the Asturias has lost its the front of it. I don't know what that bit's called, but the bit that sticks out from the front, that sail there. They seem to have lost that. Whether that's caused them not to be able to move now, I wonder. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, both sides, although they're now taking quite a few casualties. I think the San Juan and the San Francisco can't move. They can still move in a wavering, then they are probably still operational, but if they're stood still and they're wavering, like the San Juan and yeah, the San Francisco, I imagine that they are probably surrendered as well. I think the Perla as well. I mean, the Perla is a tiny little ship. They look like a frigate or a sloop or something. That thing is, yeah, that's not meant to be on the battlefield. That's 28 gun ship. Yeah, that's not meant to be here. I think it is. I mean, the French might still be shooting as they go by. You know, the Neptune here needs to avenge the other Neptune. The Artemis as well also is now gone. That looks like another little frigate over there. Yeah, it's just been shattered. And the French are getting some of these ships out of here. They've got the Algeciras. We've got the Pierre Charles Villeneuve. I think that might have been the one that lost its general. That I think is still in the fight, but no, is now generalless. And the Guillaume Tell here, they're all getting out of here, which is good. The Spanish now need to maybe stop their left. There's sort of like this turn that they're doing. Certainly the French need to stop the turn that they're doing. It's not to turn right. I'd say like the Hermione here, the Dessous, the Algeciras. I mean, that one's already turned. These guys should turn around and start to go back down the Spanish line, I'd say. Big ship here, the San Augustin. That's actually looks like it's going to go. That's a 74 gun ship. That's just been taken out, it looks like, by the... has been taken out by the Berwick, as I'm trying to like slowly survive from my cut-off. Like, I don't know why the Sarus here is front on. Maybe they just think smaller target to aim at, but they can't respond with their 15 guns that they have left. You need to think about that. And I guess another thing you need to really look at when you're playing these naval battles is which side your guns are still on. Because the Sarus, for instance, well, actually they look like they have guns on both sides. I'd say more guns on this left side, which, like I said, I can't remember my port to my starboard. But yeah, they should really turn right so they get more guns to fire. But it is quite cool that you can zoom in. See what's going on in here. That's it's a very cool thing. I do quite like that it could have just been empty though, instead they do have guns. So like just small things like that. But I love it. But yeah, I'd say early on here, I'd say the Spanish are, winning this one. They've routed a lot. I mean, look at the routing French ships compared to the Spanish ships. There's like a handful of Spanish ones, and there's a lot of French ones. There's a Charles Durand over here. That's an admiral that's been routed. There is another Charles Durand somewhere around here. There you are. But we got another one there. So yeah, there's Charles Durand's twin still alive and well. But yeah, I think the French are certainly looking quite isolated. I think here there's like one patch of French ships over here which are doing their thing, and then there's the other patch of French ships that are continuing on with their sort of keep turning to the left. I kind of got a little confused here in the middle, I think, with the San Augustin in their way. They don't really know what to do. I mean, some ships like this one is way back. Need to get that forward. Yeah, the Hermione here, that's turned, trying to, I guess, do what I said, trying to take a right turn. It's now, getting pretty banged up. I mean, it's a frigate going into this ship of the line fights. Yeah, not a fight that really wants to take. The Franklin is coming to assist, though. Will it be able to save the Hermione? I don't know. It's certainly a nice pace of battle that you can sort of commentate at. I will admit, a naval battle because these guys are moving not slowly, but it's slower than an actual land battle. So it's actually quite nice to commentate one of these. And there's not a lot that's can really change. You can't do a charge into something in the back or in the front, or I guess bayonet charges or anything like that. You're looking at cannon volleys, canisters and stuff like that. It is just one ship's shooting another ship. It's quite nice to be able to sort of chat away on these battles. But yeah, it seems like the Spanish are making a sort of a line here. They are almost doing what the French did early game. They kind of just made a line here, and they're going to just looks like stand on this line mostly. I mean, these ships on the side here look like they're going to be the Sombrano, the San Isidro, one of the many San Isidros I think I've seen today. But these guys are going to flank, it looks like, and if they get around the flank, that causes the French being a bit of bother, because all they have to do is just set up at the end of this line, and they can start blasting down the French line. That's going to cause the French to have to do something. I like how the Diana, it's just Diana, it's not Diana. Diana here is dueling with the Dessous. Well out of its league here is the Diana. I did it again, Diana. Just Diana. Because I just feel like everything Spanish has got to just sound a little bit different. It's just Diana, like Princess Di. The Trinidad's are still very much alive. I think we've got one there. Santa Ana's also looking pretty healthy, so I don't know where the other Trinidad's got to. The Conception as well, still alive. I mean, as long as they've got some of these big guns alive, so they're going to be just fine. Principe de Asturias as well is looking pretty good, as I think it's the most banged up actually. Yeah, Santa Ana, and then we've got the Trinidad coming in here. Don't know where the other one's gone. We'll find it, I'm sure. Probably behind me somewhere, but yeah, here it goes. Trinidad, they're about to go down the line. Going to try and take on the Algeciras and the Berwick. Yeah, they just need to open up. I don't know. I mean, imagine they've still got plenty of guns on both sides. 96. Yeah, my God. I mean, it takes such a much. That was a good volley there, I think, from the Algeciras, and it just absolutely soaked us into the Trinidad. Maybe it has got guns on the side. It's not really firing. Maybe all its guns are on the other side. Oh, there he goes. Now it fires. Jeez, yeah. It does so much damage. There's absolute titans of those ships. Let's see if we can find the Trinidad. Tomburano. Is that over there? No, that's the Conception. Maybe it has gone. Was I just tripping that there was two? I feel like there was. I think we would have seen if that thing sunk. Maybe we wouldn't. I mean, there it is. Way over on the other side. Way over on this side here. This one's the healthy one. We've got 107 guns left. And look at this. The Sombrano here going right through the middle of a naval combatant. Ship destroyed. Oh, the Berwick's crowding. I mean, it's probably going to get. I think this is going to probably sink potentially. I'm saying it's been destroyed. Probably, yeah, in a bad shape. And there you go. The Trinidad's actually wavering. It is going to go. Are they abandoning it? It looks like they might be. Certainly is on fire. In a bad place. You're gonna have to sort that out. That Trinidad might be about to go, you know. Maybe it has picked up once a minute. Santa Ana here now here to avenge. Trinidad is in a lot better state. 101 guns left. And the Argonauto as well going in, dealing with the Indomitable. And there's another sinking ship. Actually, we've got an Indomitable sinking. And then that's an Indomitable, and oh no, that's the Sirius, that's the frigate. Yeah, no surprise that frigate's going. I do like how the sailors just get in the water, like quick, someone pick us up, and then what do you think's below the water? Nothing, just nothing. It's the abyss. We got our first sort of like melee fight going on here. Looks like we've got the Sobrano here. It's actually started to board the Neptune. These two are now going to start fighting. And here we go. Who's going on to which ship? I think the Neptune might be boarding the Soprano. Yeah, it's actually the French that made the boarding action. And there you go. They're going on board, and these boys are going to start battling that out. I guess if they win the melee fight, then the crew just goes back across, and the Soprano is just then like captured. Oh my gosh, they're still firing onto it. Hold fire, boys! Hold fire! Friendlies on there. I think that might be the Senora here. It might be coming in. Senora La Paz is coming in and shooting. Or maybe it's the Conception. Maybe just trying to shoot through Soberano to try and get the French ship. I don't know. It looks like, I don't know, but it looks like maybe he's in French favour. It's pretty hard to tell. I mean, the French are still blasting, I think, from the Neptune onto the Nestor Senora here. And there you go, the Conception here as well, dueling with Charles Durand, another, I was going to say another Marshal, another Admiral. And there you go, the French have won. The Neptune gets a chevron for that. So the Soberano, but it looks like, yeah, it's going to be captured. So there you go. That's the first melee win for the French. Whether they're just better at that, I don't know. That would make some sense, you know, if they're Spanish, you know, better maybe shooting. The French, you know, love a bit of melee. And there you go. That's another. That's a Diana routed there. I mean, it was very much outgunned by a whole bunch of French ships. So we've got another little frigate here, the Mathilde, that definitely is also probably needs to get out of here because there's a lot of French ships all around. I mean, there's a lot of Spanish ones here as well. The San Juan, just here, and the Principe Asturias. I mean, where the heck that's going, I don't know. But that needs to get back to battle lines. There's another sinking ship over here. What's that? The Artemis is starting to go. Yeah, a lot of the frigates seem like they're just getting blasted. And again, yeah, the French look like they are just getting absolutely routed at the moment. Looking at the general scene of things, a lot more routing French, but there are a fair amount of routing Spanish as well. The Franklin still alive here. I think that's having to do some damage on the Sobrano, and that's now routing. And Pierre Charles Villeneuve, whether that's the one that still is an admiral, I don't know. But it's, yeah, look, the fighting's looking fierce right now, really in the centre. Over here we've got the Bucentaur, dealing with a Soberano and also a San Ildefonso. I think actually both have routed here. Yeah, the Neptune's also routing. So after it boarded, it just got blasted. Maybe it's just a risky thing to try and board. Because yeah, other ships are just going to come do a sail by, and they're just going to try and blast you anyway. It's still got, yeah, the Conception still very much alive, and that's just like it's just standing here looking at a couple of the Berwick is shooting on it, but I think the Conception is really trying to take out Charles Durand here, which I don't blame them. I don't know if they can tell whose ships are who, like, they know that this is a, I guess they would probably know this is an admiral, that would be marked on the battlefield. There you go, Charles Durand surrendered, he's gone, he's out of here. Whether that's affecting morale as well for the French here, because they seem to be losing a lot more of their admirals. I don't know whether the Spanish lost any, because I imagine they're probably on the big ships. Whether the Trinidad was an admiral, it might have been, and that's now meaning that why a lot of these Spanish ships in the centre are starting to go. I mean, there's just a sea of wavering ships. What they're wanting to notify us about something over here. It's just the Berwick has surrendered, probably to the San Isidoro and the San Leandro over there. I don't know what the Principe is shooting at. That just seems, it's firing, but I think it's firing on surrendered ships. Just farming kills. Is that the naval version of farming? Shooting surrendered ships. Like, oh, we sunk so many ships. Like, no, you didn't. You were just sinking routing ones. That ship is going down, though, the Diana. That is going down. You can see, taking on water, it's tilting. That's soon going to be joining Neptune in his realm. Yeah, it's just the Berwick. I mean, the Berwick's going to get outgunned here, I think. That Trinidad as well, still being alive, is going to cause a lot of problems as well for the remaining French ships here. I mean, we've got the Franklin, the Berwick, and yeah, Villeneuve. But I don't know whether that's like one with an admiral or not. So yeah, those three have got to take on, it looks like, 4 or 5 Spanish ships, 6 if the Asturias gets itself back into the game, and they're much bigger ships as well. French seem like they're winning a few of these ships. Actually, I guess they got these guys that can turn around as well. The Charles Durand here, I still have one Charles Durand in the game, and the Algeciras here, they are dealing with a San Juan over there. It's looking very even. The French are, I think, in the red, and the Spanish are in the blue. It's looking very even, I'd say. Another boarding going on over here, actually. The French are wavering. I think they might be about to give in here. The Fugu, so, yeah, surrendered. I think, yeah, they lost that boarding, evidently. Oh! Guys are just falling, like, right from the top of the ship. Oh, my gosh. That's horrific. Now people are, like, trying to jump back to their ship. I guess they can then surrender on there, but they're now just flailing. Oh, my gosh, yeah, what is going on? People just jumping off, like, ah, get off. Maybe it is going to sink. This one might be about to go. This one might be about to sink as well. Or whether, because they're still in the boarding, like, action. I mean, the San Isidoro is also taking on fire. I think both these guys might be about to go. And yeah, looks like the Menorca here is also going to be going as well soon. Because Neptune here and an Indomitable, which, yeah, sort of like they've got a V of like fire here, and they just stood here, they're just blasting the Menorca. Yeah, just getting outgunned. The Menorca's not in the right position. I mean, he's in the right position to take on the Neptune. He can't do anything about the Indomitable, which is shooting right into the front of it. And looks like another, yeah, San Isidoro here might be about to be outgunned. The San Francisco here as well. needs to get moving. The Spanish need to regroup a little bit. They're kind of getting a bit stretched out, and it seems like a lot more of their ships are getting picked off here by the French. Here we go. Trinidad coming back in. It's fired on its left side. What's it firing into? Probably just a lot of routing ships. Might be going for the Franklin that is sort of repairing over there, but I don't think so. I think it has hit the Guerriere here and taken out a mast. So like I said, the Guerriere is already done. It doesn't need to keep shooting into that. It needs to start blasting the Berwick here. I mean, if they could turn ever so slightly, they get a good shot onto its side and the rear of the ship. And the Guerriere right now is chasing down the Matilde, which, I mean, that's going to be a much faster frigate, I imagine. And the Asturias does seem like he's actually getting himself back into the game. If he stays there, the Berwick's going to be coming into its line of fire. There you go, the Asturias fires. I think he's hit mostly the Charles Durand here. And might hit the Berwick a little bit. There you go, the Trinidad is blasting the back of the Berwick. And there you go, the Berwick is wavering. Not yet routed. There you go, surrendered. And there you go. One volley from the Trinidad is all you need. And you're out the game. And now they just need to deal with this one ship here, the Franklin. And they've dealt with the entire, this entire French wing. And that's a victory then for the Spanish on this side. I mean, they pretty much are victorious on this side. They need to start getting ships across the other side, because the French are having a bit of a revival of it, a bit of a renaissance. Yeah, the Algeciras, I mean, that's going pretty speedily now. It's got the wind in its sails. Yeah, they're just going straight past San Francisco, blasting. I mean, Spain over here on the right flank as well looks like it's going in for another very much outnumbered duel for the French. It is anyway. There's looks like 4, maybe 5 ships going out to deal with 2 French ones. It also does not look good here for a French ship. Another Berwick, a Minorca, and a is that a Neptune? Oh yeah, a Neptuno for the Spanish. No wonder I've seen so many Neptunes, because the Spanish and the French have got them. And looks like the Minorca looks like it's gonna. It was about to repair it and change its mind. I did also use a musket fire, so it sounds like the Marines might be doing some work. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm imagining it. I'd like to see them do some work. Oh, blast! Start firing, boys. It must be in range. Fair enough, or maybe not. Minorca here is, yeah, going to probably surrender, I think, in a moment. Berwick is doing a very good job. I mean, I think the Neptuno here could now get a really good volley, though. On its left side, it can blast the back of Berwick, and then also, yeah, there we go. Firing, yeah, a really good volley. You just want to be able to shoot. You want to get the right angle where you can shoot, and the enemy can't respond. I mean, now the Berwick could respond and get the back of the Neptune. It's an interesting, yeah, there you go. It's going to fire and get the back of the Neptune. Wasn't as good a volley back. I mean, the Neptune getting the first hits, so the damage. Guillemont here needs to regroup the Berwick, and then they could maybe make a bit of resistance here. These ship battles go on a little while, but it's certainly a very close one. So it's still hard to tell who's going to win, whether it's going to be France or whether it is going to be Spain. The Conception here is in a bit of danger. It's now repairing. When you're repairing, you're evidently very vulnerable to being shot at. Yeah, it looks like actually looking at the animation, you can't shoot. Ah, because they're repairing the guns. Are they? Does that mean they can get some guns back in action, or does that just mean that it's just the animation that these guys do? It might just be the animation these guys do. Look at this top deck. My gosh. This battle is just really making me want to watch Mastering Commander. Oh, that guy's shot. Yeah, some of these Marines are shooting. They definitely were probably not in range. I mean, they were at the front of the ship trying to shoot at, like, the Fogo, maybe, that's, like, right at the back. Yeah, they would be very optimistic. But yeah, this is really making me want to watch Mastering Commander, it really is. Or just, like, any sort of, like, evil sort of, like, film. Certainly, yeah, Alaskan Commando would be quite fun. Need to have more, like... I'm surprised there hasn't been a film on Trafalgar. There might be.
One of our ships is withdrawing from the fight.
Big blockbuster maybe I can think of. And the Neptune over here is gone. Another Neptune gone. Not a Neptuno, just a Neptune. But yeah, that's, I think... Oh no, that's not the push I'm thinking of that Spain's doing. Or maybe it is. You kind of move over to the other side of the battle and you're kind of like, what the heck is this? No, this is just a random little isolated one. The really push I was thinking about is this one over here. It seems to have gone a little wrong here for the Spanish. Yeah, the Senora here is is routed. The Sobrano here looks like it's taking shelter behind it. And the Neptuno is now dueling with Berwick and it's going to rout it. So there you go, their duel is finally over. We were looking at that just moments ago. The Neptuno is now having to repair and is being fired on by the Dessous. And this Neptuno here could probably do with turning in a little bit, just to deal with the Redoubtable here. Or whether they're just staying out of range, but the Redoubtable's pretty much out of guns by the looks of it. There's something way... Is this still in the fight, technically? Apparently... Maybe it's... I don't think it is. I think this Diana is just like... Maybe it is. I don't know. It's wavering. Maybe it might be routing. It honestly could just be routing because it's a frigate. They're just like, ah, yeah, we're not coming back. But yeah, there's still like Spanish push here. It's going pretty well. They're isolating and get a couple more French ships and getting rid of them. This could work quite nicely here. The Sobrano, yeah, just carries on the line. It's pretty much following. And then if the Neptune... I mean, the Neptune, what are you firing at? Maybe the Dessous that's behind them? I don't really know. Or might be some of these ships over there. But if it just... Actually, yeah, if it actually follows its line as well... Yeah, if the Sobrano keeps shadowing the Dessous, and then this Neptune just kind of comes in behind it, they can sort of get it in a bit of a pincer movement there. And they'll be able to take this ship out. And also, if the Neptune just carries on this line, it just can blast one side onto the Dessous, and then on the other side onto the Redoubtable. Use all of its guns. Yeah, this looks like it might be over here for Franklin. Franklin might be about to bite the dust. I don't know. The San Juan, they might be about to board each other. You never know. How are these guys outside the ship? What are you doing? Get back in. How are you loading your guns outside? Oh, well, evidently the Spanish are going to lose this one because their gunners are outside the ship getting blasted. Probably. There you go, a bit of musket fire. Looks like the Spanish Marines still alive in their very glorious uniforms. The French here don't know they've got plenty of Marines left. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. Yeah, it looks like the Marines have actually been conscripted into... actually, no, they are fighting. I thought they've been conscripted into loading the gun, but they are not. There you go, that is absolutely brutal. Is that the captain, do you think? I imagine that's the captain there. He's like, yes, I will stand at the front to get blasted. Then we'll be leaderless and we can't do anything though. Frankly, just bounced off the San Juan there. My God, what happened there? The San Isidoro though could get a good volley onto it. And then the Bahama here also might be able to as well. Because yeah, they're sort of just jutting out ahead of the San Juan here. Bahama, yeah, probably get a hit. And then this also San Isidoro. Start blasting. French here, the Charles Duran. This is still the, I think this is one of the few admirals still alive. Dueling with the San Augustine. It's wavering. I think the San Augustine might still be in the game. It did just put off of what might be its last volley of the game. It might now be out. But yeah, just taking out one ship, like each side taking out one ship right now is a victory. It really is. Spain, yeah, having to get its fleet across here. Looks like, yeah, we've got the Trinidad getting across. And then also we've got the Rayo San Pedro Apostle. I did actually think we've seen this one. This is another 100 gun ship originally. And it's still got most of them. It's only lost, yeah, about 8 guns. Oh no, maybe a few more than that. It's lost 9 guns. Still, it's a very much attacked ship.
One of our ships is withdrawing from the fight.
Another ship withdrawing. I imagine that is, yeah, the Franklin. didn't look like it had long left in this world, but they're going to avenge it. They're going to take out the San Juan here, I think. I mean, these 3 French ships all going to do a sail-by. I feel like instead of a drive-by, it should be a sail-by. So they should blast the San Juan out of here. Whether they're not going to bother to repair, just try and fire what gun capabilities they have. I think that's what I would do. Just try and get all 48 guns here used in some capacity. I mean, the French was kind of getting a bit of a flank here. The Indomitable and the Algeciras, yeah, going to be flanking this San Isidoro. And that's going to be a 3-on-1 in a moment. Yeah, I mean, the San Juan here, look at this orange on most things here. It's probably hull and also morale starting to waver. The Bahama needs to think about turning around, really, trying to... I mean, if he took a right, he could then just get a good line across the face of the Indomitable and also the Algeciras. It looks like right now it's quite happily dueling, actually, with another Franklin. Oh, that looks like there's like another ship that's going down here. Another Neptune. Yeah, that's tilting. That's probably going into the water soon. Looks like over here, yeah, Spain and France still pretty even. I see France actually might be slowly turning this one around. And they still got, yeah, 4 here against, looks like 2 very battered Spanish ships here. The Soberano here is orange on quite a few stats. It's got 23 guns left. I'm not really sure how that's still operating. The Dessous here, yeah, still holding on as well. The Neptune's in okay condition. They need to get this other Neptune back into the fight as well. That seems to be a bit of an issue for the Spanish, as some of their ships seem to be a bit wayward, a bit elsewhere. The French have kept a lot of a much more tight formation most of this game. Here we go. Even though they've been losing admirals, they're going to send in another admiral into the mix here, trying to get into the backs of the Bahama, I guess. I mean, yeah, if the Franklin and Charles here can catch up with the Bahama, they've got him on both sides here, or her on both sides. Every ship's a she, isn't it? These ones here, these ladies, these ships need to get back into the fight. I mean, the Santa Misa could make such a huge difference if it was in the fight. I mean, whether it being out on the flank, they won that flank relatively decisively in the end. But whether it being out on the flank has cost the Spanish, whether it came straight down the middle with its twin ship, the other Trinidad, might have, made a bit of a difference. You never know. They might, I mean, it seems like one volley from the Trinidad seems to blast a lot of ships and take them out. There you go. The San Isidro is dead, or is it not dead, but surrendered. And I'd say, looking at the state of things, I'd say there's more French ships than there are Spanish ships. I'd say. I mean, yeah, the French have got a whole bunch over here that aren't doing anything. Like we've got the Genereux, we've got the Guillaume Tell. Another, Villeneuve. I think they might... Well, the Villeneuve's certainly moving. These 2 definitely aren't. Whether they just forgotten about them. But yeah, there's a good couple over there that need to get moving. And the Asturias here, I don't know if that's able to move, but that, also is, just kind of stuck there at this point. Another ship gone. I think it's another French ship gone. Yeah, another Franklin. Been blasted out by, that's the Neptune, and I think the Bahama as well. The dead bit to that, and now it looks like there's the Sioux and the Charles Durand here. They're all trying to catch. It's now just a foot race, really, or a sail race to try and catch each other and try and get those 2-on-1s. France has so many more ships over here now. They're chasing down these few Spanish ships, and at the same time they are running, I think, from the big boys of the Spanish fleet. Here we go, another duel, another Charles Durand getting a good volley there into the Bahama. I like how they're technically allied. I don't know if that's just... Oh, I guess it's just an enemy, I guess. I was going to say allied. They're not really the allies. These guys are the allies. These are the Imperials, the dirty French Imperials. The Spanish should also really... Whether there isn't an Imperial... I imagine there isn't an Imperial in coalition. Like split like there is in land battles, I imagine you could just play as any navy, like any nation. So you could have like, yeah, the British going up against, I don't know, the Russians. I mean, at one point, yeah, the Russians were enemies to the British, and the Russian Navy was docked in Portugal at one point, or some of it anyway. Kind of crazy. There you go, Charles Duran there, getting a good volley off on Bahama. I wonder whether like the Charles Duran like just has like these admirals just have insane morale. Like it's pretty hard to rout them. The Algeciras there, yeah, and we've got a good volley onto the Bahama. It has got out of there. It's still gonna. I mean. It looks like, yeah, the Indomitable and also the Gilliam Tell there are also blasting onto the Bahama. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of damage here. This morale's orange. I mean, that's a long-range shot that you got to take. I don't know how much. I imagine range does come into how like accurate you are. And next, I imagine the two targets are these two here, the Neptune and the Neptune. The Neptune duo here. Looks like, yeah, France got. They're in the backs here with the Gilliam Tell and the Aquilon, and there you go, there's one Neptune gone. And then from this side we've got, yeah, the Dessous and also the Fogan. They're all getting good shots. I mean, yeah, I can't imagine these Neptunes are going to last long. And once they're gone, I might make a quick cut until I guess the Santa rejoins the fight, we'll say, because yeah, the Spanish Navy is on its way, what remains of it, which is not a lot, and it doesn't look like they're moving. Certainly the Santa Misa's trapped. These guys are still going. I think the Santa Misa is trying to go, but whether yeah, he could just tear this line. I think you should realise now. There you go. He should get out of there, but I mean, he can't be delayed anymore. This ship takes ages to move. It really does. I think, yeah, I think this Neptune is still in the fight because it's marked on the battlefield at the moment. And ship's sinking. Oh, Neptune, yeah, is going. We already knew that was going down. We saw that earlier. Yeah, but this one is still marked on the map. You can see sort of there's still two blue Spanish ships. So this Neptune's still in the fight, though. It is not going to be for long. And yeah, the Fogu's going to just make sure it stays gone, I think. That might be it out now. Yeah, that is. It's now out of the game. That Neptune is now just this one here. And it's going to repair. That's really risky. Obviously, now we know that it can repair. It doesn't seem like you can also shoot. There is all fight capability. There's a good shot there. Oh my gosh. Really good volley. So quite a few crew members drop. And yeah, the French, I mean, they're circling around it. I was going to say the Dessous here is going to get around the front of the ship. Also stops you from sailing, I think, as well as you're repairing. Just allows the other ships to just get a bit of a gain on you. There you go, the Dessous, yeah, just blasting. That's probably out. I mean, it's not repairing, it's not blasting. It's trying to shoot the Algeciras all the way over there. It has other problems, though. Much closer to home problems. I don't know if the French, yeah, they haven't bothered, I don't think, to bring any other ships to deal with this one. It should be pretty much sorted. Yeah, the French are in a really good position here. The Dessous just has to stay there. Maybe turn ever so slightly. And they'll get even more guns firing onto this Neptune. And the Neptune now is going to try and go between the two French ships, which is risky, but they get behind the Dessous quite nicely here. They are going straight ahead at Fogu. There you go. There you go. There goes the Neptune. It's going to blast into the Dessous. Did a lot of damage there, actually, to it. If they can load again quickly, they can get another great rear shot into Dessous. And then, I mean, if they could, yeah, they just need to go between the two, really. Just keep going between the two, and they might actually, yeah. The French have done very well to turn this around. I feel like the French were losing a lot more ships early on here. Ah, come on, Neptune, you need to keep moving. The Dessous getting out of there. Whether it's just because it's slightly got less guns, it's slightly quicker, I don't know. Whether the French ships are just quicker than the Spanish ones. And there you go, Neptune is wavering, and he's not yet out. He should be soon, though. One more volley, I think, from the Fogu there, and he should be about to go. The Dessou's pretty much just getting himself out there. He's not hanging around. Here we go. Let's watch the last volleys. Both sides here get a pretty damning volley off on each other. Looks like, yeah, France does seem like they're generally just quicker. Like the Bogu here is just outpacing it. I mean, it's not, again, it's another 74 ship to the line, and I think it has actually routed. But yeah, there you go. The Neptune has gone. Okay, so I will make a cut, and I will return once the battle starts to spice up again as the Trinidad gets back into the fight. So I'll see you guys in a moment. So here we go. The Bahama has lined up against the Algeciras here, and it's taken a few hits from some other ships, but yeah, they're now having a proper duel here. It looks like the Algeciras and the Bahama. Both seen a bit of action. Algeciras certainly looking like is in better condition with all those green there. Orange for the Bahama, I mean, it looks like it's, yes, it has seen a lot of action. It's fought a lot of battles on its own. Has this ship. And now it's going to get shot in the back. I was going to say the Algeciras got the move on the Bahama here. It's really turned the wrong way. Really should have probably tried to go right and try and spin behind the Algeciras, but it has not. And so they're going to get shot in the back now. It's Bahama, and I think that's going to be, maybe that's them accepting their fate, that they are doomed. I do not know. Maybe not. They turn left now. Then I mean, both sides could then just blast on each other once again. I don't think the Bahama has any chance of getting out of here. I think these French ships do seem to outpace the Spanish ones just a little bit. Crazy to think that the Spanish are now in the French spawn. Like they are, like this is where the French started, and now the Spanish are here, regrouping a little bit. San Juan looks like it's going to be taking on Villeneuve. And then the Franklin is going to try and take on the Asturias. Might not be the worst thing in the world. I don't think the Asturias operationally can do a lot, or whether the player just thought about it, I don't know. It's being shot at already by something. Whether that was the Franklin. And the Bahama has got out of there. It looks like it has actually managed to pull away, or at least I mean, they're still shooting on each other. There's a volley there from the Algeciras into the Bahama, and is the Bahama got? No, it hasn't. So it might. It does not, in fact. It hangs on a little longer. The French, yeah, the bulk of the French Navy is still not really in position to take on the Spanish one. And Neptune's still going down very, very slowly here. San Juan is, yeah, looks like that's going to be facing a lot of French ships. Here they come. We've got the Aquilon, we've got the General, the Sioux, and Guillaume Tell. They're all now arriving. It's in a pretty bad spot. I mean, the Pierre-Charles Villeneuve here is also just blasting from one side. I want to see whether the Asturias can fire. This seems to be the greatest mystery of today's game. Is what on earth has happened to this 96 gun ship that still very much offer a lot to the Spanish. Not really moved a lot. Well, at least the Marines are firing. You know, I mean, don't know why they're firing from down here. Not going to be shooting a lot from there. But they're shooting at least, you know, doing their bit. I think the Franklin could honestly just turn to pepper this deck and they'd be absolutely fine. Oh, I think some of the ships, yeah, there you go. It's responding now. Whether it just can't turn, whether it is now just an immobile fortress. Which if that is the case, Franklin is doing the right thing. He's going to come across the front of the ship and he's going to start blasting it there, and that's the best thing they can do. Yeah, it looks like, I think most of the guns look like they're intact, yeah. They just evidently can't turn for some reason. The masts look fine. Relatively fine compared to some other ships. And there you go, the San Juan is also gone. That's out of the game. Well, it's not yet, but it's wavering. It's soon to be out of the game. One more volley, I imagine, from the General, and that would probably be curtains for this ship as well. And yeah, I think that's San Juan surrendered and finished. Yeah, actually the Franklin, you know, I mean, he's taking some damage here to to get into this position is still getting hit by the Asturias. I don't know as well whether some of these ships have bigger guns. That's another thing as well. Like, I imagine the frigate. I know they just got numbers of guns, but whether like the frigate would not be able to have the same caliber guns as a Príncipe de Asturias here. They wouldn't be able to have the same sort of caliber guns on them because they're not as big. Whether that's also come into it a little bit, I don't know. In the mod, it'd be interesting to know. I imagine if like they can shoot further, then they probably have higher caliber guns. And there you go. They're in position now as the Franklin. All they have to do is just slowly turn, and it's right in front of the Asturias, and there's not much the Asturias can do about it. The Villeneuve though is coming across this side of the Príncipe. They're going to get hit in a moment. We'll see. There you go. That's a decent volley there. That's probably going to do some severe damage to the Asturias. I mean, it's still green on everything. I don't know what the white above is. And the Trinidad's also not looking great when it comes to morale. Or also it looks like its hull, which I think these two are. I can never remember what they are, the markers, but it's something like that. Certainly one of them is morale. It's a wounded giant at best. It's dueling with this admiral here. Whether it has an admiral, I don't think it does. And yeah, the Franklin is just executing the Asturias. It's doing the right thing. This is what you got to do. Evidently, the ship can't move, and you don't want to stand it, but it can still fire. There you go. The Asturias is proving that now. It's blasting Villeneuve from the other side. This is not a good spot for the French ship. Yeah, I was going to say it's between two Spanish giants right now. That has surrendered. That's another French ship out of the game. That's the first French ship out in a little while, to be fair. The Spanish big guns are doing their bit. We've got the Royal or the Rayo San Pedro here. Sorry. That's getting shot up by a Guillaume Tell. The other French ships are eventually getting over here. The Bahama. Oh no, this is the Mathilde. Has the Bahama died? Oh, it did. It did get taken out. Oh, that's a shame. I really hoped it was going to get out of there. The Mathilde's going in for a suicide charge, if you call it that. Going to go in. It looks like it's going to try and maybe... I'd try and board one of these ships. I think it'd be funny. Try and get the Sirius. That's another frigate that's in there. A good volley there by the Guillaume Tell. That might rout the Mathilde. No. Still going on. Still going, just charging straight in. The thing is, even if you board one of these ships, you're just going to get blasted from the other ones. There you go, wavering, and not quite out, but it's going to be out. It has got in front of the ships. Oh, maybe. This frigate here could probably hit it though, and maybe finish it off. Frigate also looks like it's really low in the water. I feel like that would be taken on water at this point, like portholes need to be shut. I would have thought that looks really low. And the Mathilde's actually just getting pushed along here by the Indomitable. That's hilarious. It's actually out? Oh, it is. That's a shame. I really hoped it was going to maybe like hang on. But I think, yeah, the Spanish are going to be defeated here today by the looks of it. Even if they've got these Titans still in the game, which they are. They don't seem like they're... going to make the difference. I think they're just out of the game too long. The Príncipe Asturias, I think it has moved across. It evidently has. It has been able to move. They're just not moving a lot. Like it's not. It should really turn now just to face the French. The Trinidad though is trying to get around to try and help out its sister ship. And then, yeah, just the Rayo San Pedro over here. That's got to take on 5 French ships on its own. 6 French ships, maybe. Charles Durand is probably able to get an angle from there as well. I mean, he's getting a good line down in the French. He's shooting right down the French line right now. And he's covering the San Isidoro. He's also kind of getting a few shots off as well. Maybe if they could get this frigate, one last win. And looks like, I think the Franklin might be moving off. I think they are actually giving up on the Principe Asturias. Dueling with the Trinidad instead, whether they are trying to get out of range, or certainly around the ship before the Trinidad fires. I don't know, it's still got 82 guns. More than most French ships. Under repair. They're risking it all here now. I was going to say that's very risky, because I think the Asturias from this angle could probably fire some of its guns as well. And wavering while under repair. I think this might be the end of the Franklin. There's still plenty more French ships ready to come and replace it. Looks like, yeah, the San Pedro's got itself into an absolute brutal gunfight here. Plumes of black smoke coming off stuff. Not quite sure what that is from. It's gone right down the line here of French ships. That's risky. It means down to 71 guns now. Still more than most of the French ships, but combined, they're definitely outgunned. That is a throw here. Looks like it's going to just wait.
This day will soon be yours.
I think it is soon to be the French's day. Yeah, there you go. I think that's routing. Are we just going to see army losses potentially? I don't know whether that's even possible. I think the Isidro here just got shot from these French ships. I don't think army losses is a thing in a naval battle. You just carry on fighting until the final ship sinks. 61 guns left. Yeah, that's wavering as well. Might be out the... That one's not out the game yet. The San Pedro. Soon to be, I imagine. It has also got round all the French ships. It has just about done what it aimed to do. Here we go. The Principe Asturias is firing. And looks like it's moving now. Why is it just be moving at just random temperamental moments? I do not know. Whether the player's just been AFK or something, I don't know. Just, yeah, just seems to be that this Asturias here just moved whenever it felt like it. Now it's defending the Trinidad quite nicely, though. But yeah, it could really do with actually stopping again, just letting the Trinidad come past it, so they can then just kind of fire one after the other at these French ships, do some good damage. Because yeah, right now the Trinidad can't fire with the Asturias taking the shots. 71 guns left to 77. I mean, they're outgunning the General. He's taking most of this firepower here. And yeah, the San Pedro's actually has survived. Titans continue, and yeah, they are I mean, yeah, they're both definitely sailing still. Oh no, I think this might be the death of the Trinidad, though. It's going towards this long line of French ships. If he turned left now, he'd get into he'd be able to show his side, but right now he's kind of going head on. Whether he's going to try and board it. He's got 262 crew. He could definitely do it. That would number most of these crews as well. The Principe Asturias, yeah, it's got past the General. It's now moving on to the Guillaume Tell and the Aquilon. Dueling with those two. And then, yeah, here we go, another Guillaume Tell. Blasted the Trinidad. And yeah, the French just need to get a couple more volleys off. And actually this San Pedro over here is dueling with the Algeciras. See who wins that. But yeah, evidently the French are the superior naval power. The Spanish may have the bigger ships, but it doesn't necessarily mean a lot. And there you go, the Trinidad, I think, is out. And we're soon going to see Asturias, I imagine, will follow. It's just getting blasted. Yeah, if the ship gets blasted from both sides, then it's pretty much game over, I'd imagine. I don't think it would rout. That seems to be enough to break any ship. Just getting blasted from both sides. And yeah, I mean, the French here, again, just need to kind of turn it. No, Algeciras, why are you going down the line? You could have just stood stood where you were and you would have been able to blast. It had some front guns there. Oh, yeah, it does. It has 2 little baby front guns. That's cool. Now, yeah, it's coming down the side of the San Pedro. I mean, it can get the first volley off, I guess. Looking, well, I don't know. The San Pedro could probably start to fire soon. So a cheeky one-on-one here. Final one-on-one. A fair fight. Who's going to fire first? I don't know who's got... maybe it's not a fair fight. There's a Sue's trying to shoot from all the way back there. I don't think it hit anything. And yep, in a moment we're going to see someone fire, hopefully. Surely they're rapidly trying to reload. Surely no one's got no guns on this side. Yeah, it must be fire. There we go. I think that was San Pedro got the volley off. First, the Algeciras did respond, but the San Pedro's in a bad place. The French, yeah, just looking at morale-wise, there you go. I think San Pedro might be now about to go. The Asturias is still alive, annoyingly. I was just like, come on, guys. Come on, at this point, just give in. You're not going to win. Your Navy's finished. Actually, the Trinidad, I don't know if that's actually... I think that must be routed. Let's look. Yeah, I think the Trinidad's gone, and the Asturias is now gone. It is now just the San Pedro over there, and there you go. We have the end results finally. This is sent in by Blackout, who's playing as one of the French players. It is, like I said, these battles are long. So if you did get to the end, well done, guys. Yeah, I mean, I think the French generally outnumber the Spanish. I mean, this one was Sigismund here had 5 ships. Did just 5 huge ships, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, well, I mean, you can see the stats there. Oh, they actually have got like the kills of like how many crew members they killed. Guillaume Tell got 160, 159 with Charles Durand. The Fogu got 144, 119 with the Franklin, 118 with the Algeciras. But there are the rest of the kills if you want to have a look at those. But yeah, that was a really fun fight. Something a little bit different for you guys. I hope you did enjoy watching. If you did, I want to see more naval battles. Do let me know in the comments. I won't do them like regularly. They're not going to replace the land battles. Don't worry, we're still going to have more land battles than we ever will have naval battles because people play more land battles. But yeah, if you do want to see more of this sort of thing, do let me know in the comments. Some of you are naval fanatics. So yeah, do let me know. But until next time, guys, do check out some of the other NTW3 videos for naval battles if you're interested in those. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.